Hi and welcome. I hope you're all doing great. I hope you've all had a fantastic week. So today I'm going to be talking about a topic that I think is somewhat common, because this was actually inspired by a conversation I was having with a male friend. And it was a very interesting conversation, but that was what inspired me to discuss this topic. And it is the question of, is it true that there are male scarcity, or there is a male scarcity rather, or is it just a perception that women have? Or is it that women are not shining their eyes or opening their eyes to see the men that are truly around them or available around them? And by men, I mean men that are of marriageable age, let's just say from 25 and above. Is it true that there is a male scarcity? Is this really issue? Is this really something that is going on? And I'm going to talk about my own perspective on this topic, or what my answer is, or my opinion on this issue. And this has always been my stance. Actually, this has been my stance for several years, since I got into the dating pool, or since I decided, you know what, let me try out this thing called dating. And just a little background story for me though, I waited until I felt like I was ready before I started dating. I didn't date throughout high school. I didn't even date throughout college. I was one of those people that I was just a bookworm, and you always see me in the library, and I had like zero social life, even though I had friends. So I waited till I think I had my first boyfriend actually when I was in grad school. Yeah, I was one of those people. So, but this is a perception I have had for years, that there is no male scarcity. I don't think there is a male scarcity. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but I'm going to talk about why I actually said that. I don't think there is a male scarcity. I think it's just a matter of what women are looking for. So it's not that there are no men around that are of marriageable age, or that are dateable or marryable. It's just a matter of what women are looking for. And what is it that women are looking for, especially now in this new decade in 2020? What are women looking for? Often we talk about what men are looking for. We tend to focus on, hey, this is what a man is looking for in a woman. I think I've actually talked about this topic before, what men are looking for. But we often don't talk about what women are looking for. And this may be because we have this perception that it is the man that does the finding. He will find a wife, or he will, like, we think it is men that do the finding, and it is true for the most part. But then it is up to the woman to accept. So women actually, yeah, we do pick out our spouses as well. Even when a man approaches us, it's still up to us to say yes or to say no, or to agree to dating the person. So what will make a woman say yes to you, or what will make a woman agree to go out with you or take it further with you? So what is it that women are looking for in 2020? And apart from the usual qualities, godly, good looking, nice, kind, affectionate, attentive, apart from the usual qualities, what are women looking for? I think one of the things women are looking for now is a man that is in their league. This may have always been something that has existed in previous generation, but in this generation it is more of a thing. And by their league, I mean the social economics has to be compatible in terms of education, in terms of income, in terms of occupation, things of that nature. It has to be compatible. Women are looking for men that are in the same bracket as they are, or preferably higher. And this is becoming more of an issue, because in this time that we are in, women are go-getters. Women are going for beats. Like, women are beginning to enter into those spaces that were formerly reserved for males, and they're beginning to achieve things that you wouldn't think a woman would. More women these days, they're going for their PhD, they're going for higher education, they're going for higher position, they're entering into those fields that were formerly reserved for males. So women are go-getters these days. So it comes becomes a problem, or becomes a challenge rather, when women are looking for men in the same bracket as they are, and there are not as many men in that league of theirs. So that is a problem most of the time. So women are looking for men that are in their league. It's just a matter of not finding enough men in that league. And even if there are men in that league, there are other factors that comes to play naturally. And I think secondly, this is not in any particular order. I didn't even make a list, but it just comes to mind. Secondly, I think women are looking for men that respect them and sees them as equal. And I don't think this was an issue in previous generations as well. But the world is changing, and with all the feminism wave that is going on, the Me Too movement and everything like that, women these days, or 2020 women in this century, they're looking for men that respects them and sees them as equal. It is now just as important to women. Respect. Usually we used to think respect is something that a man wants respect above all else. It's just respect. Just respect him. If you respect him, everything will be cool. I think it's just as important to women these days, whether or not they claim to be feminism or they subscribe to feminism. Women want to be respected and they want to be seen as equal. And naturally, this presents a challenge when some men do not think women are equal to them, or there's a whole cultural and religious side aspects to this that I don't even want to delve into. But it is an issue because women are looking to be respected. They are looking to be treated as equal partners in marriage these days. And I think that's a second thing women are looking for in man. In a man, does he see me as an equal? Is he going to respect me? Or how does he perceive me? Am I going to be treated as a child? Am I going to be treated as an equal partner in this relationship? I think that is very, very important to women. And I think another thing women are looking for, it goes without saying really, women want men that has charisma, that has a great personality. And I think every woman wants this. They want a man that can be proud to stand beside or to show off. You know, this generation, this social media age that we live in, everything is about show off right now. So women don't want a man that you can, you know, show off and say, hey, that's my man. So we want a man that we can be proud of, that we can show off, a man that is charismatic, a man that has a great personality, a man that is good looking naturally, things of that nature. And another one that I wrote this down, another thing that I think women are looking for in this day and age is a man that is an achiever. I think this is very, very important to women this day. They want a man that is an achiever, and it ties back to my previous point about a man that they want to be able to show off. So because we live in a very competitive world, the world is really about competition these days, and it really shouldn't be, but that's just what it is. We live in a very competitive world. People compare each other in terms of what they have or their status or what they have achieved. So women want men that are achievers, and even if the man hasn't gotten there yet, she wants to see that he's on his way to achieving something. That is important to women these days. That is important to modern women. They want to see that achievement or the potential to achieve, and this has actually been something that has been discussed, the fact that women should see potential. And I think it's slightly different from what I'm saying, because these days we don't want potential. We see it as something that is internal, but these days women actually want to see that potential already achieved or very well on his way to that. I don't know how to really explain it, but it's different from potential that is internal and everything else around you does not really show that. A woman wants to see you somewhat on your way to being set up for life, or on your way to achieving, or on your way to getting that goal or anything, don't just say, oh, I have a dream, but what have you done, or what is the proof that your dream is going to become actualized, or what are you doing? So a woman wants that. She wants to see that, and naturally she also wants a man that has a purpose and direction for his life. A man that can be able to say, hey, this is what I'm going to achieve, this is where I'm going, this is what I want out of my life, and how can she be a part of that? Because we're looking for partners, you know. We're not just looking for, gone are the days we're just looking for someone to pay our bills or take care of us. And no, these days it's a whole different mindset. When women are thinking about marriage, we're really looking for partners in every way, including someone that can potentially be a business partner. Actually, women are thinking in that direction as well these days. So it has to be a man that has a purpose for his life, a man that has a direction, that knows what he wants out of his life, and is really working towards that goal, is really working towards it. And we don't want lazy men. We don't want a man that is just sitting around talking about this and that. We want a man that is hardworking, that is doing something with his life. Even if he has not achieved all the goals that he set out to achieve, even if he's not there yet, we want to see you working. It is attractive. A man that is working, a working man, it is very, very attractive. So these are the things that women are looking for these days. And are these generalizations? Yes, of course, these are generalizations. These are not always the rule. There's always an exception to these, because there's instances where you would actually see a woman that would pick up a man that is nowhere near a league, but she will brush him up and help him to become someone better, or help him achieve whatever it is that he sets to achieve in life, or he wants to achieve. And are there men in unfortunate situations like that just need that woman that can come along and help them actualize? Yes, definitely. There are many good men in that find themselves in unfortunate situations like that, and it is a woman that can make a difference in their life. Are there cases like that? Yes, there are several cases like that, but I think it is becoming more rare and rare to see that, or to see women go for men like that, for several reasons. And I think one of the reasons is because marriage is no longer seen as a do or die affair. You know, gone are the days where marriage is used as a yardstick for success or woman's accomplishment. It used to be, but it's a new decade. The world has changed. It is a new decade. Marriage no longer defines women these days. Really, I think gone are those days, or those days are slowly fading. That's why you'll see women getting married later and later in life these days. That's because marriage is no longer seen as the yardstick. Marriage right now is more of a choice. It's more of something that a lifestyle choice, because there are different choices people can make these days. I mean, sex outside of marriage and giving birth outside of marriage is no longer seen as a taboo the way it used to be seen. So women can opt for that. They can opt for having children outside of marriage, and it's no longer frowned upon the way it used to be. So marriage is no longer seen as that do or die affair. It's just a lifestyle choice. For some people, is the way they are brought up, is what they've always believed in, but that is no longer a universal belief that, hey, you have to get married or anything. That generation, I think, or that perception is slowly fading away. So for a woman to go for a man that is not in a league, or needs to be brushed up, or is not where he's supposed to be, but she really just wants to help him and help him get educated, help him get a job, or just maybe help him with his business, maybe financially or in some kind of way. For a woman to go for that, it's because I think she really wants marriage, but it's rare. It's no longer as common as it used to be, simply because marriage is no longer seen as a must-have in life. Like, it's not a must for people to get married. I think before it used to be seen as, hey, you have to get married, but these days it's no longer frowned upon as much. So it becomes rarer and rarer to see those instances where women would just pick up a man and brush him up. But I think another reason why that is also becoming more rare is because women have seen examples or situations whereby other women or even they themselves have done that, and it ends up being the man, after he has achieved whatever or after he has arrived, he ends up betraying the woman. And that happens in a lot of cases. Sadly, unfortunately, you see many women struggle with a man, like helps him financially, helps him in many ways, just dedicate our time to helping to grow this man, to make him whoever he becomes. And after that happens, you see him betraying her, you see him dumping her for another woman, or you see him cheating on her, or whatever the situation may be. So women are wiser these days. They see that happening and they decide, you know what, I'm not gonna waste my energy on brushing this man up. I'm just gonna wait until I see somebody that I think we can work something out, or somebody that I think, okay, this person is in my league. I don't need to spend all my money or all this efforts trying to bring this man up. But it depends on how long you're willing to wait, of course. So, and some women are willing to wait. That's why you see women getting later married later than later in life these days. Some women are just, they're willing to wait. They're willing to wait until that person comes along that they can check off their list, that okay, he's got this, he's got this, he's got this. They're willing to wait. And some women, it's like, I've been waiting forever, let me just marry wherever I see is available. And we call it settling. In most of the case, we say she's just settling. When we see somebody that, when we see a woman that the person she marries, we have this perception that the person is not as in the same level as she is. We call it settling. But that may not always be the case, Mish. But listen, why are we to judge self? Why are we to say somebody is settling or whatever? Like, the world is so judgmental these days. We shouldn't be. We should be more open-minded. But it's a struggle out there naturally. It is a struggle, and it's not because there are male scarcity, as I said earlier. It is just a matter of what women are looking for. And as I said, this was inspired by a conversation I was having with a friend, with a male friend, and we're talking about the risk. I'm going to put it as a risk, or the potential risk of marrying somebody abroad, for somebody from let's just say Nigeria, for example. I'm Nigerian, so let's just say, what is the potential risk of someone marrying someone from abroad, bringing a man or woman over from Nigeria to America through marriage? What is the potential risks of that? And we're having this conversation, we're discussing it. And he said one thing the spouse that is doing the bringing over has to realize is that there is a potential for this person to change. It's different when you meet the person here. Both of you are in the system, you understand the American system, so you can relate better with each other in terms of what is going on. But when you bring a mate from, let's say, Nigeria, you have to be aware of the possibility that this person is going to change, because when they come, they're still dependent on you. They're reliant on you. You are the one that is showing them the ropes, taking care of them, trying to help them get settled in. So they have that dependency on you. So that relationship, for the most part, is still going to stay intact, but you have to give them just a couple of years for them to get settled. They will become independent. They don't need you as much to show them the way, to show them the ropes. Now their eyes have become open, I'm gonna put it that way. Their eyes have become open, and now they see things for themselves, and they can go for things for themselves. So they have a choice now. They have a choice. They have independency. The potential of that relationship not working is actually higher than if both of you were already in the system, because many people tend to fail this test. When you initially bring a spouse over, everything is good and cool, everything is just wonderful. But years later, when they have like that earning potential, they're doing well on their own, we start seeing problems in the relationship. Mainly or mostly because they want to exploit. They now see they have all like these different options and they want to exploit life, and you become like an hindrance to their exploration. So that can cause problems in many relationships that you see, those international relationships, that can cause a problem, or that can be a reason for potential problems in those relationships. So you, the spouse that is doing the bringing over, you have to be prepared for that. You have to be prepared for that. And there's this saying that if you love somebody, you have to let them go, and if they are yours, they will come back to you. So you have to have that kind of mindset or perception when you meet a man that is not in the same level as you are and you brush him up. You have to be open to the idea that when he finally achieves or he arrives, that he may want to exploit. He may want to exploit other options, and you're that woman that you where is everything. You no longer have that position because he's no longer as dependent on you. So that can lead to issues in the relationships, and we see this in many cases. And that's one of the reasons why women tend not to go for men that are not in the same league or the same level as they are. But as I said earlier, this is not universal. This does not apply to everyone. Many women actually would prefer that. They'll prefer to be the one that does like the brushing up. They don't want a man that is all made or well made already. And I don't even think there is such a thing as a already made man, like ready-made. I don't think so. Like most guys that I think we can think of as ready-made, they're already married, or they are divorced, or they have a child. But a young ready-made man, it's rare. Maybe there are guys that like that, but it's not realistic. But I don't even think anyone is ready-made. I think there is always room for improvements, or there are other things that a person can achieve and accomplish in life. And I think there is so far that you can go without the help of a woman. Honestly, I think that's just the way it is designed. So no matter how ready-made a man thinks he is, he still needs a woman, because there are some things that he can only accomplish by the help of the woman, because that's just the way that it is created to be. So yeah, I don't think there's a ready-made man, and I think there are some women that prefers for a man to be in the same level as them, or somebody that they can work with. And I think that's actually the best case scenario, somebody that you're in the same level, when together you guys can grow and build together. Because most times when a man is already has already accumulated his wealth, there is potential for arrogance or things of that nature. So that's also part of it. But men have this perception that a woman is looking for a ready-made man, and I think it's wrong. I don't think women are looking for ready-made men. It's just that we want some basic things in place, and those are some of the things I have discussed so far in this vlog. Well, thank you for watching. Let me see if I have any additional points I want to mention. Yeah, I actually asked the question that is it realistic when women are looking for a well-packaged guy, a guy that is already set, and I said no, it's not realistic, because it's a matter of how long are you gonna wait if you are looking for a guy. There is no guy, I don't think there is any single man on earth that is going to fulfill all your needs or meet all your requirements. His name is Jesus. Other than that, I don't think there is any man that can ever be that, you know, everything that we want. But so we have to be realistic about our expectations as well. This is very crucial for women to be realistic about their expectations. There is no ready-made man. Are there guys out there that are doing well for themselves in terms of finances? Yes, definitely. There are men out there, but then they may not have other things or other qualities, or there may be men out there with other qualities that do not come with the wealth that we are looking for. So you just have to be realistic about your expectations. But most importantly, I think a woman has to also be attractive to a potential mate or to potential men. So apart from looking for that guy that is you know, just wonderful, has all these qualities. You work on yourself in the meantime. While you're waiting, you keep on working on yourself. You keep on achieving your goals or going after your dreams in order to become the best version of you. You keep on working on that, and I believe the universe works in a very interesting way that you just might attract that person while you are focusing on you and working on your own goals and not focusing on a man. So that is it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again some other time. Bye bye.